Daly looked at him and spoke softly. Let me introduce myself properly. I am Spirit Medium Daly. Klein nodded. Hello. I can still think clearly. I just need to pretend, Klein thought to himself. Daly continued, her voice steady. The mental world of humans is vast. It hides many secrets. What we understand is only the small island that rises above the ocean. Beneath the surface is the boundless sea, the spiritual world. Your spirit knows more than that little island. It contains the part of yourself buried beneath the ocean. Klein lowered his gaze. No, I can't remember. Daly looked at him closely. Everything that exists leaves a trace. Memories on the surface of the island can be erased, but the parts below also leave marks. Yet this one didn't leave a single trace behind. Klein repeated quietly. I really can't remember. Daly sighed. All right, we'll stop here. You can leave. Klein blinked, confused. It's over. What just happened? It feels like I took a nap. Daly answered calmly. Take it as such. Corpses tell us more than you'd imagine. Welch and Naya did commit suicide. The power that affected them is something to fear. It didn't leave a trace. Dunn turned to Klein. Congratulations, you may go home now, but you must not speak of this to your family. Promise that. Klein nodded. Don't we need to check if I have curses or evil spirits? Dunn replied. Daly didn't mention any, so there's no need. Klein frowned slightly. How can I be sure I'll be fine from now on? Dunn didn't change expression. Based on similar cases in the past, 80% of survivors experience no problems, roughly around that. Klein froze. What? There's still danger. I can't gamble with this. But that means 20% aren't so lucky, he said quietly. Dunn looked at him. Then you can consider joining us as civilian staff, or even becoming a Beyonder. We aren't nannies after all. Klein stared. I can do that? Become a Beyonder? To be honest, Dunn said, you will lose a lot, freedom being one. Since you aren't clergy or a dedicated believer, you cannot choose your path. And a quarter of the cases we handle every year are caused by Beyonders losing control. Many of them are our own teammates. Klein felt his chest tighten. Why? Beyonders have such a danger? Yes, Dunn said. Even the church's own Beyonders and judicial departments are at risk. This isn't an easy choice. Civilian work is safer. And you can't become a Beyonder just because you want to. Every major church is strict. Klein nodded slowly. Even the civilian roles must be strict, right? Dunn shook his head. In your case, it should be fine. First, you survived this. Second, you graduated from the history department of Koei University. Someone lucky and well-read is exactly what we need. Klein hesitated. Then why not recruit directly? To prevent news from spreading, most of our civilian staff come from within the church. Belief controls chaos? Klein took a breath. Can I have time to think about it? No problem, Dunn said. Give me your answer before Sunday. The carriage stopped. Thank you for sending me back, Klein said as he stepped down. Right. What about salary? Our funding is shared by the church and the police department. Civilian staff earn £3 a week, plus 10 soli as a confidentiality allowance? Dunn answered. Klein nodded and stepped away. If I decide, where do I find you? Go to the Hound Pub on Bessick Street. Look for the boss, right? Tell him you want to hire a mercenary squad, Dunn said. Klein went inside his home. Melissa was sitting, waiting, her eyes worried. Klein, where were you? Klein forced a small smile. I couldn't sleep, so I went out to exercise a bit. Melissa stood and helped remove his jacket. You don't need to push yourself. I'm sure you'll pass the interview at Tingen University. And even if you don't, you'll still find something better. Klein looked at her quietly. I'm making my sister worry again. Actually, I already have an offer. I just haven't decided yet. £3 a week, double what Benson earns. Klein stood by the window, lost in thought. Judging from how the luck enchantment ritual turned out, I'm clearly not part of the lucky 80% strange and dangerous events will keep happening to me. Only by becoming a Beyonder or joining the Nighthawks can I have the power to resist. He crossed his arms, thinking deeper. But becoming a Beyonder isn't simple. Relying on the gatherings alone won't be enough. The potion formula is one thing, but where would I find the ingredients? How would I even prepare them? And for a Beyonder's daily practice, I can't keep asking Justice and the Hanged Man everything. That would ruin the image of the fool. He looked out the window again. If I join the Nighthawks, I'll gain knowledge of the mystic world, learn about channels, and understand how things truly work. That could help me host the gatherings better, and gain more from Justice and the Hanged Man. The gains from there can help me here. A perfect cycle. Before becoming a Beyonder, working as a civilian staff member first gives me time, a buffer, a way out if I need one. And later, if I climb high enough, no one would ever imagine I'm a heretic, the mastermind behind a secret organization. A few hours later, Klein walked along the busy street of Bessick today. I'll find Dunn Smith and join the Nighthawks civilian staff, he told himself. He checked his pockets. The public carriage costs 4 pence. That leaves me with 3. I'll have to walk back. He spotted a bar and went in. The bartender looked up. A new face. Rye beer, 1 penny a cup. Enmat beer, 2. Southville, 4. Or maybe a pure malt lanty, 5 pence. Strong stuff. I'm looking for Mr. Wright, Klein said. The bartender turned. Old man, someone's asking for you. An older voice replied. Huh? Who is it? A moment later, a bulky man stepped out. You called for me? A small mercenary squad? What is this? An adventure novel? Those things don't exist anymore? Klein said calmly. Mr. Wright, I'd like to hire a small mercenary squad for a mission. Wright scratched his beard. Ah, so that's how it is. Truth be told, such groups still exist, just under a different name now. You'll find what you're looking for at 36 Zudelen Street, second floor. Klein nodded and left. He soon arrived at the address. So this is it, he thought. Why couldn't Dunn just tell me the place directly? He looked at the building inside. This storefront, unexpected, but somehow fitting. He knocked. No answer. Is anyone even here? He pushed the door open. Inside, a young woman sat behind a desk, eyes on a newspaper. Is she the receptionist? Seems like she's dozing off while reading, Klein thought. Her paper rustled. The Soaring Express steam train service begins today, connecting directly to Constant City. Why can't there be one straight to Brindisi Bay? I hate traveling by ship. Klein cleared his throat, then knocked on the desk. Excuse me. The woman jumped. Ah, who are you? Klein gave a polite nod. Hello, I'm Klein Moretti. I'm here at the invitation of Mr. Dunn Smith. She blinked, then straightened up. The captain? All right, wait here, I'll get him. Klein waited. Minutes passed. It's been 20 minutes. Did she fall asleep on the way? Then footsteps echoed back. Mr. Moretti, the woman said. Please follow me. The captain is on duty at Chains Gate and can't leave. Klein hesitated. Chains Gate? He murmured. Follow me, she said. We'll go down a few levels. They passed a hallway. Klein saw a familiar face. Ah, Officer Leonard, he said. They exchanged brief smiles. The woman led him deeper underground. This is the entrance to Chanis Gate, she said. Even though her tone was casual, there was tension in her steps. Even I still worry I'll fall every time I walk down here. That Officer Leonard once tried running down before he mastered his powers. Ended up rolling like a cartwheel. She laughed through her sneeze. That was 3 years ago. I've been with the Nighthawks for 5. I joined when I was 17. My father was one too. He died in an incident 5 years back. She looked at him with a small smile. From now on, I guess we'll be colleagues. Well, colleagues is the right word. We're not beyonders after all. Klein smiled back. I'd be honored, though it still depends on what Mr. Smith decides. She nodded. Don't worry. The fact that you made it here means the captain has agreed. I'm still a bit scared of him. He's kind like a father, but I still feel nervous around him. Klein chuckled softly. Isn't that normal? Most people are afraid of their fathers. I guess so, she said, smiling faintly. They walked further. Klein noticed strange symbols etched into the walls, dark emblems glowing faintly every few meters. The sacred symbol of the Evernight goddess, he realized. No wonder it feels so calm here. The path on your left leads to St. Selena Cathedral, the woman explained. To the right, armory, storeroom, archives. Straight ahead is Chain Gate. Klein murmured, St. Selena Cathedral? Then Zoudeland Street must be right behind Red Moonlight Street. The woman stopped before a massive steel door. This is Chain Gate. Klein looked at it quietly. This is no ordinary door. The captain's in the room next door, she said. You can go in,